how to graph equations on one set of axes. I'm Bon Crowder, and we're talking about graphing equations using the Cartesian coordinate plane. So there's different tactics for graphing for various different kinds of equations, but one thing always works, and that's to draw a t-chart. And so that's what we're going to do today. So typically what I do is I like to start with numbers that are central to the origin. So I use -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Those are always handy to start with, but sometimes you have to branch out and to go things like -100 and 100, or smaller like 1/2 and -1/2. So depending on how much we can see in that little tight domain there is whether or not we're going to actually use these other crazy ones. So we have a nice little equation here, one of my favorites, and we're going to calculate the y based on the x. So we plug in the independent variable -2 to our equation. 3 times -2 is -6, plus 2 is -4. Then we plug in -1. So that's -3 plus 2 is -1. And then we plug in 0. Now you might notice that this is a linear equation, so we really only need 2 of these. But since we started out with all 5 of those, we're going to go ahead and crank them out. So this gives us 5, and then 3 times 2 plus 2 is 8, I believe. Now, we have -2, -4, -1, -1, 0, 2, 1, 5, and 2, 8. It looks like we have a pretty good idea what this graph looks like just using these. So I'm not going to go to this crazy 100s and 1/2s and things like that. I'm Bon Crowder, and that's how you can graph any equation.